Most people would say there's no way they could have seen this coming. I am not one of those people. This hand included all three of the most transformative cards in the deck. Ace of Spades, 10 of Spades, 9 of Spades. All of these appear quite frequently in all-in situations. In fact, they appeared in 7 of 9 of the final knockouts in the 2003 World Series of Poker main event, the one that changed poker forever. All three of these cards appeared in an extremely historic hand between Chris Moneymaker and Phil Ivey, the unknown versus the GOAT. Only 10 of 839 players remained. The next one to get knocked out would not make the final table. A formerly unknown 27-year-old who won his way in with a $40 satellite ticket was now in the chip lead.
Don't expect him to do anything huge, but he's looking at ace-queen, so he's going to make some sort of move.
Taking refuge in his decisiveness that it was now time to bully the other players around, Moneymaker raised to $60,000 from early position with refuge and decisiveness. On the button was Phil Ivey with 9 of Spades, 9 of Hearts, clean slate, and good luck. Sounds great, right?
Phil Ivey always loves pocket pairs.
He'll call it.
Clean slate and good luck. And while this hand might sound fortuitous to the beholder, in this case, it came to imply good luck would be the main factor in this hand. If only he could have seen that next to him in the small blind there were more spades, more warnings.
Ivey with the lead with the 2 9s. Well, Lester with a couple of 10s.
10 of diamonds, 10 of spades, vapid achievement, an unavoidable barrier. Both Phil Ivey and Jason Lester called, and they went to the flop, with both pocket pairs in the lead mathematically.
We have 3 players in the spot.
Nobody else wants any action, and so we're going to get the flop now. Moneymaker, Ivey, and Lester in the hand. The flop comes 2 queens.
And then, Queen, 6, Queen. Queen of Hearts, intuition. 6 of Spades, rationalizing. Queen of Spades, empowerment. Did you hear all those spades? More warnings. Yeah.
A monster flop for Chris Moneymaker, who makes 3 queens and becomes a prohibitive favorite.
Moneymaker had flop trips and was now ahead of both of them. He bet $70,000, a small bet which invited calls.
Generally, you make a bigger bet there and you push out the competition. We always like to say better to win a small pot than lose a large pot.
He's probably banking on the fact that at least one of them would rationalize the call. And that's exactly what happened. Phil Ivey called, and Jason Lester felt the unavoidable barrier perhaps, and folded his hand.
He is well behind in the hand, doesn't know it. Jason Lester actually has a better hand than Phil Ivey right now. He decides he's going to stay out of harm's way.
And then,
Here comes the turn in. It's a 9, and that gives Phil Ivey a full house.
Miracle on 4th Street.
the turn was a 9 of clubs. Progress. Chris Moneymaker bet $200,000. Phil sat pondering what to do with his full house.
Molly.
He is all in.
And quickly called.
The pot size is $1 million now.
Pushed all in and was snap called. Moneymaker was still feeling decisive until he saw the truth.
Nine's full.
Yeah, Moneymaker is disgusted. He never could have assumed the 2 9s in the hole for Phil Ivey.
He thought everything was over. He thought he shouldn't have taken refuge. He shouldn't have felt so decisive in his chip stack. Of course, he wouldn't lose if he lost the hand. He simply would have a giant chunk taken out of his stack. Lucky for him.
Maker's looking for an ace on the river. Or another queen. Here we go. We're going to see one more card. It's an ace!
The river was ace of spades, the end, and a new beginning.
Oh, amazing. Phil Ivey loses with a full house to a better full house of Chris Moneymaker,
who has now knocked out heavyweights Johnny Chan, Umberto Brenes, and Phil Ivey. My goodness.
Indeed, it was the end for Phil Ivey. He lost in 10th place. And it was a new beginning of poker shortly thereafter, as Chris Moneymaker went on to win the entire thing and change poker forever. So, tell me, did you see what I see? Leave me a comment. I'm seriously doing serious research on this subject. I'm not playing poker this way just for fun. I'm trying to prove what I believe God wants me to prove, what the universe wants me to prove, that it is speaking to us, and it speaks to us in unique ways. Didn't expect it to speak to me like this, but that's what I see. I'm curious to know if you see it too, and I hope I'll see you again soon.